The morning of January 15, 2023, dawned clear and hopeful, but soon spiraled into a heart-wrenching catastrophe as Yeti Airlines Flight 691 tragically plummeted into a gorge near Pokhara, Nepal, just minutes before its scheduled landing. The crash not only claimed the lives of all on board but also left a scar on the aviation community, prompting a fervent quest for answers and accountability. This essay delves deep into the technical and human factors leading up to the tragedy, aiming to unravel the complex interplay of events that culminated in this disastrous outcome. Understanding the technical intricacies of aviation can often seem daunting. However, the importance of flaps, speed management, and stall dynamics, combined with the decisions made by pilots in the cockpit, are crucial elements that can determine the fate of a flight. This analysis seeks not only to shed light on what went wrong on that fateful day, but also to emphasize how adherence to protocols and rigorous training can enhance flight safety. Flight 691's tragic end serves as a poignant reminder of the razor-thin margins within which aviation safety balances. By dissecting the events, decisions, and mechanical aspects of this flight, we can better understand how to prevent such tragedies in the future, ensuring that the lessons gleaned are not in vain. Yeti Airlines Flight 691 took off from Kathmandu, the heart of Nepal, bound for Pokhara, a journey routinely made by countless flights before. The aircraft, an ATR-72, was known for its robust service record in the regional aviation market, making it a popular choice for such short hauls. On board were 72 souls, including experienced pilots and eager tourists, all anticipating a smooth flight across the breathtaking landscapes of Nepal. As the aircraft descended, everything appeared normal. The pilots were seasoned, the weather conditions were favorable, and the aircraft had been declared fit for flight following a routine pre-flight check. These factors should have contributed to a safe journey. Yet, as we will explore, a series of technical and human errors transformed what should have been a routine flight into a disaster. The route from Kathmandu to Pokhara, while scenic, is also challenging, demanding high levels of precision and alertness from pilots. The approach to Pokhara Airport, surrounded by complex terrain, requires careful maneuvering and strict adherence to approach protocols. It is here, in the critical phases of flight, that the true test of both aircraft performance and pilot capability is realized.
Delving into the technical aspects, it is essential to understand the functionality of an aircraft's flaps and their critical role in takeoff and landing phases. Flaps are hinged surfaces on the wing which, when extended, increase the lift and decrease the stall speed of the aircraft. Proper management of flap settings is crucial, especially during the approach phase where the aircraft transitions from cruising to landing configuration. Speed management is another pivotal aspect. Maintaining an optimal speed is crucial for ensuring enough lift without overstressing the aircraft structures. Excessive speed can lead to a high approach trajectory, while insufficient speed increases the risk of a stall. A dreaded scenario where the wings fail to produce enough lift to keep the aircraft airborne. The interplay between speed and flap settings is a delicate dance that pilots must master. In the case of Flight 691, initial reports suggested anomalies in these areas, which might have contributed to the aircraft's inability to maintain altitude. Understanding these technical elements provides a foundational perspective on the potential mishaps that could occur during flight operations.
As Flight 691 approached Pokhara, critical decisions had to be made. The approach to the airport is notoriously tricky, requiring pilots to be vigilant and responsive to the aircraft's behavior and environmental conditions. Here, the crew's decisions and their execution of these decisions come under scrutiny, particularly as they relate to handling the aircraft during the final approach.
Missteps in decision-making can have catastrophic consequences. For Flight 691, the sequence of pilot actions, particularly in the crucial minutes before the crash, indicates potential lapses in judgment or procedural adherence. Whether these were due to inadequate training, miscommunication, or fatigue, the impact was devastating. Further complicating the scenario was the aircraft's response to the commands issued by the pilots. Aviation is unforgiving of even minor errors, and in the high-pressure environment of a difficult landing, every action counts. Analyzing these moments provides insight into the dynamic and often high-stakes environment that pilots navigate. underscoring the importance of strict adherence to standard operating procedures.
In the investigation following the crash, particular attention was paid to the aircraft's flaps and speed control systems. Preliminary data indicated that the flaps were not deployed to the correct position for the stage of the flight. Flaps are crucial for controlling the plane's pitch and speed during landing. Incorrect flap settings can critically alter the aircraft's aerodynamics, leading to unstable approaches and potential loss of control. Speed control is equally vital. The aircraft's speed must be carefully managed to ensure it is neither too fast nor too slow. Speed that is too high can lead to overshooting the runway, while too low a speed can lead to a stall. The investigation suggested that Flight 691 was flying at a speed marginally above the stall speed. This precarious balance might have left little room for recovery when combined with other issues. Experts analysing the crash have pointed out that the interplay between the aircraft's speed and flap settings was likely a significant factor in the sequence of events leading to the crash. This highlights the critical nature of these systems and the need for pilots to be adept in their management, reinforcing the necessity for comprehensive training and regular refresher courses.
A stall occurs when the airflow over the wing surface becomes insufficient to generate enough lift, causing the aircraft to lose altitude abruptly. In the case of Flight 691, it is suspected that the aircraft entered a stall during its final approach to Pokhara. This is often a result of insufficient speed or improper flap deployment, as discussed in previous sections. The dynamics of a stall are complex and require immediate and correct responses from the flight crew. Recovery from a stall is possible, however, it demands precise actions under pressure. For Flight 691, whether due to inadequate response or insufficient altitude for recovery, the stall led to an unrecoverable situation. Understanding the stall phenomenon is crucial for pilots and is a fundamental part of pilot training. However, the effectiveness of this training is only as good as its application in real-world scenarios. The tragedy of Flight 691 underscores the need for rigorous real-life simulation training that prepares pilots for emergencies, enhancing their ability to react appropriately under stress.
Following the crash, an extensive investigation was launched to unravel the sequence of events that led to the tragedy. The investigation involved international aviation experts, sophisticated flight data analysis, and scrutiny of the aircraft's maintenance history. This comprehensive approach was essential to provide answers to the grieving families and to improve safety protocols. The preliminary report pointed to several critical factors: inadequate flap deployment, potential mismanagement of speed, and possible pilot error during the approach phase. These findings sparked debates in the aviation community about the adequacy of current training programs and the need for enhanced simulation experiences. As the investigation continues, each piece of evidence helps to construct a clearer picture of the crash dynamics. This process is painstaking but crucial for the advancement of aviation safety. By understanding what went wrong, the industry can work towards preventing similar incidents in the future.
The tragedy of Flight 691 brings to light several areas where aviation safety can be enhanced. First and foremost is the need for rigorous adherence to operational protocols. Each guideline and procedure is developed based on the cumulative experience and knowledge of the aviation industry, and strict compliance is essential for safety. Enhanced training programs, particularly in the use of simulators, can prepare pilots better for handling emergency situations. Simulators provide a risk-free environment to practice responses to critical scenarios, including equipment failure, adverse weather conditions, and unexpected technical issues. Moreover, continuous monitoring and maintenance of aircraft are crucial. Ensuring that all mechanical systems are functioning correctly before flight can prevent many technical issues during operations. The aviation industry must continue to invest in technology that aids pilots and enhances the overall safety of flights.
The crash of Yeti Airlines Flight 691 is a stark reminder of the fragility of human life and the relentless demands of aviation safety. It underscores the need for an unwavering commitment to safety protocols, continuous training, and accurate execution of flight operations. The lessons learned from this tragedy should propel an industry-wide introspection and reform, aiming to safeguard the lives of passengers and crew alike. As we reflect on this incident, it is crucial to remember that the pursuit of safety in aviation is an ongoing journey, not a destination. Each flight carries the responsibility of lives and dreams, and every measure that enhances safety is a tribute to those lost in such tragedies. Moving forward, let us renew our dedication to these principles, ensuring that the legacy of Flight 691 is not marked by tragedy, but by the improvements it inspired in global aviation safety.